Oh, what's going on? Anybody here? No, not yet. Not at 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. You must be bloody joking. Oh, hello. Hello, my little people. Who's in here then? Lewis, hello. Ben's here. Ollie loves films. Movie bug. 80. James Luna. What? Quantum arachnid. Oh, blimey. Yo. Eugenio, hello. Simon. 80s horror fan, hello. Ruminating Reaper. And Sav. People are piling in because people are bored. Well, what else is there to do on a horrible, miserable looking day like today where it's absolutely crapping it down outside? Sit in, watch movies, and do a live chat. Oh. Currently watching Breaking Bad for the first time. Holy, I wish I could go back to a time where I could see something for the first time like that. Wow. Breaking Bad, eh? Where are you? How far are you in? I mean, it being one of the most classic television shows ever created. The filmmaker, hello. I am drinking, Sav, boring old hot tea. Yes. With a tea bag and a splash of milk. Hello, Hulk. Ben's just finished Jojo Rabbit. Oh, Lewis, it's blue skies and sunshine where I am in Wales. Very nice. Yes, but it started off a little bit sunny this morning. And it's been like 96% humidity for the last 2 days. So it's been very muggy. But yeah, it's completely dark down here. I've had to put the extra lights on. Cloudy, and it's been crapping it down for about 4 hours. Ugh. Also been getting into the arrows. Oh yeah, I picked up 6. I picked up 6 in the last 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, a lot of them are like going to be first time watches for me, and I really haven't seen them. Obviously, I do like The Thing. I haven't checked out the new Waterworld yet, but I want to check out the extended cut on that. But yeah, I've got a lot of arrows that I actually need to watch. Arrow, you need to watch me. Oh, I'm about 6 episodes into season 2. Oh, fantastic. Oh my God, you've got some classics to come. Holy crap. So you haven't got anywhere near old Gus then, have you? Old Gus Fring with his KFC. And you've got the weird episode to come later on. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but there's one whole episode all about a fly. Very interesting. Right, Rayanne. I've got it on Steelbook, actually. I think I've got it on Steelbook. 3D's pretty good on it as well. Jamie, watched The Abyss last night. A great film. Not as good as Aliens or T2, but it is an underrated classic. It is an underrated classic. And I'm actually torn because, yeah, it's... really, with James Cameron, when it comes with James Cameron, I really can't sort out the top 3 because there are so many good James Cameron films. How do you put T2 above Aliens? How do you put Aliens above The Abyss. There's just too many of them. You have to have like a joint first place. Went to the cinema to see The Empire Strikes Back on Friday. What an experience that was. I'm actually thinking of going to the cinema on Wednesday. My choices are I can either go and see The Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary, or Jurassic Park is showing in IMAX for a £5. I'm very tempted. When are you going to do your Abominable review? Oh, do you know, I've forgotten all about that. It's because I never watched it here. I watched it up with Claire. Yeah, I watched that and The Addams Family. So I should review both of those. Yeah, I should review. I'll do a double review on those. Name one old film you would love to have on Blu-ray. One old film. How old are you talking? Because I would, well, not, it's not old, but I would love The Village on Blu-ray. M. Night Shyamalan's The Village. It's only got a DVD release. I know it's not an old film, but that's the only bleeding movie from my M. Night collection that's actually missing a Blu-ray. Jude Law is in talks with Disney to play as Captain Hook in Disney's upcoming live-action remake, Peter Pan and Wendy. I read that. I'll tell you what I just watched just now, just before we went live. I would tell you if I could bloody remember what it was called. Oh, it's a gorilla. It's the new Disney film with the gorilla in it. The talking dog and the talking elephant. Oh, do you know, I can't even remember what it was. I bloody watched it about 5 minutes ago. I don't know about that. It's kind of giving me a... It's given me a Dumbo and... yeah, it's giving me a Dumbo vibe. Don't know about that one. Did you ever look at getting those classic Doctor Who sets? Not really. I mean, space-wise, it'd be a bit tricky. My problem is that there's probably going to be so many of them. I just wouldn't have the space. They're very nice editions, but I don't know how often I'm going to go back and revisit them. Because, you know, it's not like just watching a series of Lost or watching a series of Breaking Bad. You've got how many years? 50 years to watch? I think they're quite. They've gone up quite a lot in value as well. Some of them now. Picked up a load of Blu-rays, 30p each. One of them was Dances with Wolves, traded into CEX for 10 quid. Nice one. Matt, hello. Yes, I think the Arrow sale is ending on the 21st. I don't think I've got any new ones to buy. I think I bought all the ones that I need for now. Oh, really? They're going to show The Hunt at your local cinema. Wow. Last I had a candlelight dinner with Scarlett Johansson. Oh, no. No. Are people. Do you own that Star Wars documentary on DVD bonus? Not individually. Is it included in the Star Wars 1 to 6 box set? I don't know if it is, but I don't own the separate one. Do you ever convert your old DVDs to MP4s? Nah. Doolittle, that's it. Yeah, it's kind of a cross between Doolittle and Dumbo. Yeah. Ivan the Gorilla, that's it. Ivan the Gorilla. Why call him Ivan? Yeah. I don't know. Good afternoon, cinematic art. Since I believe you haven't watched, you need to pick up La La Land. It's a great film and it's directed by the person who made both Whiplash and First Man. And they are two brilliant films, in my opinion. So chances are I probably could like La La Land then. What is your favourite live action Disney movie of the 2010 decade? Mine would either be Saving Mr. Banks, The Jungle Book, or The Muppets. Um, Jungle Book, yeah, Jungle Book or Beauty and the Beast. Really, I think. Do you think all films due for release this year will get pushed back to 2021 with the rising infections? It's a possibility. I mean, I know we've still got quite a way to go time wise. We're in July, and Bond's not due out until November, so we could be looking good by then. But that's us. What about America? And I actually don't know if maybe they would show films over here ahead of anywhere else because of piracy. So I don't know. Holding all these films back to 2021 is going to cause a major problem, money wise and scheduling as well. Can you imagine holding all the films that we were due to have back for next year? And then what about all the 2021 films that are due to open anyway? So we're going to have like double the lot. Maybe they'd all get pushed back to 2022 then. Have you seen the Muppet movies? I haven't seen them yet. Nope. I did watch the trailer for the new Muppets that's coming on Disney Plus. So I don't know if it's me, but Kermit doesn't sound quite right. Yes, I know it's not Fancors, but and I don't know. There's just something not right with the voice. What is your favourite trilogy of all time? It was got to be the original Star Wars trilogy. From the chair. In which cinemas opening and Boris not wanting to go back into lockdown anytime with the movie studios not wanting to release any new movies, how long can the cinemas last on nostalgia movies? That's the thing. And I looked earlier on at Blue Water, where I'm thinking of going to see Jurassic Park on maybe on Wednesday or Thursday, or Empire Strikes Back, or maybe I do a double bill. And they're £5. So yeah, they're not charging full price as they shouldn't. And looking at the map, it looks really well. It looks really good, spaced out. You've got two chairs, two chairs, two chairs, two chairs, two chairs. So it's all scattered. They're leaving two chair gaps. So it doesn't look too bad actually. But yeah, they'd have to continuously play nostalgic films until at least next spring. I can't see that. I can't see that. I really cannot. Have you watched Assassin's Creed? Not yet. I've got it on 3D. What is your favourite John Carpenter film? I think mine is The Thing. I've still got a couple to do. I've got Elvis, Big Trouble in Little China. I've got a couple of other ones, Prince of Darkness. As it is at the moment, I think probably The Thing. Yeah, I think probably The Thing. I liked They Live. I like that They Live, but I think The Thing is better than They Live. John Wick series, hands down the greatest of all time. I love the John Wick films. I think they're brilliant. And we were supposed to be getting John Wick 4. We're supposed to be getting that next year, weren't we? I think probably that's been pushed back then. Favourite Spider-Man, film or actor? Favourite Spider-Man actor is Tom Holland. Favourite Spider-Man film is probably the original Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. If you could put Tom Holland in the original Spider-Man, I think it would work quite well. I haven't got anything against Tobey Maguire. I just prefer Tom Holland. Christine, that's a great film. Yes, I remember watching that last year. Simon Roberts has finally caught one of the live chats. Yay! Would you watch Black Widow at home with a £15 rent and £20 buy? Bet your ass I would. Yeah, if it means not going to the cinema, I'd definitely rent it. How do you rate the Connery Bonds? It's funny you should mention that. Not specifically about Connery Bonds, because I was thinking of doing a ranking series. I said ranking series. Ranking my favourite Spielberg films, the best James Cameron films, best Tom Hanks films, the Terminator, I wasn't going to say trilogy, Terminator films, and all that kind of stuff in the Star Wars. I've already done the Star Wars. I did the Star Wars ones last year, so I'm thinking maybe doing a ranking. Should I have a candlelight dinner with my mum or my friend called Bethany? Whoever you want, mate. Baby Yoda. Yes, Baby Yoda's actually sitting right next to the Porgs. David Austin, brother of Steve Austin. It's the Bionic Twins. Oh my lord. William's here. Oh, William, the Blu-ray and DVD collector. I don't know if anybody knows, but I don't know if it's my place to say if you want me to say anything, but William's had a bit of bad news in the family. But I didn't expect to see you here today, mate, but I'm glad you are here. We're all here, rooting for you, and we're all here if you need any support. Do you reckon we'll get Mando 2 before the end of the year? I would think so, because I think they're probably pretty much done, filming-wise. I think they're probably just going through, production and that, post-production. Aren't we supposed to be getting it about October, I think? I think we're supposed to be getting it before the end of the year. Obi-Wan Kenobi. They released Coco and most other Pixar films a month or two after the US release. So there could be a possibility. Yeah, there could be. So the only thing, like I stated on my video yesterday, is that if they do, if America is totally out of control, if they can't release any films in cinemas until, say, for instance, spring next year, if we still get like Wonder Woman and Bond and Black Widow, all it's going to take is someone just to sneakily set up a camcorder. Camcorder? That's a bit dated, isn't it? And just record the film and upload it onto the torrent sites. And that's it. They'll lose a lot of money. So I don't know. I don't know if they really will release them in other territories. And the funny thing is, though, it could also harm other places like America, because, say, for instance, we do get Bond in November, and then they get it in April in America. Before it even releases in cinemas in America, we've got a Blu-ray and 4K release. So are they going to bother to go and see it at the cinema, or are they just going to buy the import the UK Blu-ray and 4K? I think they really have to think about what they're going to do and put it out there, because I think they're undecided at the moment. In my opinion, they should just release all the big films across the cinemas everywhere except America, and in America, just release the films for rental. Just screw the US. Okay. Family Guy took the piss out of wrong sounding Muppets. Oh, really? What is your favourite TV show as a kid? Probably Knight Rider. I mean, I was into all of those classics like Airwolf and Street Orc, Automan, the A-Team. Yeah, it was kind of the A-Team and Knight Rider, two of my favourite growing up as a kid shows. Tom Holland is filming the Uncharted film based on the console game. Once finished filming, starts on the next Spider-Man. Yeah, he's also finished the one with Daisy Ridley, isn't he? But I think that's on hold for release until next year. Apparently, Hayden Christensen is going to appear in the Kenobi Disney Plus series as Anakin Skywalker. That'd be good. I hope he does. The original Thing is actually better. Is there an older one then, older than John Carpenter's one? I didn't realise that. Is there one from like the 50s? I do remember watching the sequel to the Thing, but it was a prequel. It had Mary Elizabeth Winstead from 10 Cloverfield Lane, and it kind of sets it up, but then you find out it's actually a prequel to the original Thing. I actually quite enjoyed it. Steve Whitmire, who performed Kermit since 1990, was fired by Disney in 2015 because of some allegations and people saying that he was hard to work with. Matt Vogel now performs Kermit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose you're never going to get another perfect interpretation of a voice like that. It must be quite difficult, but there are voice artists. I mean, look at the chap that did Moff Tarkin in Rogue One. If you just close your eyes, it's Peter Cushing. So I would imagine they could have found someone a little bit. Just get bloody Frank Oz. Just get Frank Oz to do it. Big Pauly, are you getting the 4K steelbook? The Goonies? No. No, I actually don't like the look of it. No, I'm going for the big HMV exclusive with the money box, you know, the chest. I like the look of the standard 4K. Mashima, I think. Apologies. Hello. I did shopping video HMV this week. I've got loads of comedy box sets and movies. Fantastic. I've got a subscriber mail and standard mail video to upload later on. It's all ready to go. So once the live chat's finished, I'm going to upload it. It only runs about 10 minutes, but I've got lots of lovely goodies that have come in, plus also a classic TV show from the BBC to add to my DVD collection. What is the best 80s horror film? Ghostbusters. That's not horror. Why isn't it horror? It scared the crap out of me. Best Joker ever? Mark Hamill, then Heath Ledger. No. Well, not for me anyway. Heath Ledger, definitely, then Joaquin Phoenix. Have you thought about reviewing all the MCU films in order? I'm currently starting. Jeez, take forever. I'm still trying to get through the Star Trek films. I've still got 4 Star Trek films to do, and that's taken nearly 2 months. What trailers do you think they will release next week with Comic-Con at home streaming? I really don't know. I really don't know. It would be nice to get an Eternals trailer finally, but I really don't know. I saw your film last night. Really good, Paul, with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Which one's that? I could be any of them, couldn't it? Oh, Paul with the alien. Yeah, yeah, that's quite a funny that one. Have you seen the new Netflix original with Charlize Theron? I have, yes. And it was nice to see Rosie's sister from The Last Jedi getting a bit of screen time finally. But I look forward to hopefully getting a sequel to that and to see where it'll go. I have, yes, I have watched Mother, and I thought it was brilliant. Haven't watched Midsummer yet, though. Okay, Johnny K would like to see my top 10 horror movies. So that could be my top 10 horror rankings. It's not going to be what probably people think, because there's a lot of classic horror films I've never seen. You know, I've never seen any of the Jason films. I've never seen Nightmare on Elm Street. What else have I not seen? I've only seen one Halloween. So I think horror-wise, it would be more of a modern top 10 of horror films. About the movie studios is even if cinemas did open, they would be moaning they couldn't play to full houses, so they wouldn't get all their money, leaving cinemas high and dry. I've never been to a cinema with a full house. Every time I've been to the cinema, it's been a quarter full. So I don't think it really matters. Can I ask, where is your Star Trek movies reviews videos? Yeah, I've got 9 of them uploaded. Are they going to make an appearance on your channel in the near future? Yes, they will do. The next one I've got is Nemesis, and then I've got the 3 J.J. Abrams ones, or the Kelvin timeline. So then I can start sticking them on every couple. UK cinemas should play the movies, and US should have pivot, pay video on demand. Mando 2 is all ready to go for a November release. Hopefully we'll get something good out of the end of this year. Favourite Jennifer Lawrence film? I'm going to say Hunger Games. I'm going to say the Hunger Games, yeah. The whole of the Hunger Games as a collective. I did like Passengers, but I think the Hunger Games, yeah. Last night I watched Black Widow Marvel movie online, and the movie is coming out in UK cinemas in October 28. Lucky you. Who did you watch it with? Scarlett Johansson? Would you rather have Falcon and the Winter Soldier in half series or wait for the full series? Oh God, the half series. This is kind of like what's happening with The Walking Dead. We get all the way through the last series of The Walking Dead, and they bleed and torture us by not giving us the last episode, and we had to wait like what, about 5 or 6 months, or even longer, for that last episode. I mean, an episode at a time, like they did with The Mandalorian, an episode a week should be all right. Hopefully, by the time they've got through half of the series, they can film the rest of it. We are getting Black Widow a week earlier than the US. Wow, the way that things are at the moment, we might be getting it 6 months before the US. Physical media will be a big problem and Sky Cinema. Physical media at the moment is going to take a massive hit. Because all they're going to rely on are catalogue titles and new 4K restorations. We've had Jaws and we've had Top Gun. We've got the Goonies coming out. We've got Sherlock Holmes. So they're all catalogue titles. We'll get a few handfuls of new releases, but they'll be the smaller releases, maybe straight to DVD ones. I know tomorrow The Fanatic is out with John Travolta. I might pick that up, actually. I'm really curious to see what it's like. I know there's no Blu-ray release in the UK. I remember when Goosebumps came out in America, we didn't even get it in the cinemas until they had the release on Blu-ray. I think it was about 6 months gap. Yeah, I don't remember that for that film, but I do remember that happening for something else. Onward isn't on UK Disney Plus yet. Nope, not yet. Best Bond film that's not a Daniel Craig one, and that's from someone called Spectre 2020. The best Bond film that's not a Daniel Craig one. Okay. That's a bleeding collection to go through. Hang on, let me just go through them. I mainly grew up with Roger Moore. I'm torn between two. A Roger Moore film and a Pierce Brosnan film. For Your Eyes Only and GoldenEye. They're two of my favourite non-Daniel Craig Bond films. Do you have to buy a licence to convert DVDs? You have to have a licence to kill. Be careful if you go to the cinema, as you and your dad are vulnerable. I don't want you to get sick. Yeah. All it takes is a sneeze or a cough. That's right. And I've got my mask. I'm going to put my mask on now because, if I've got it here, I might have to get a smaller one because I think it's leaving me a little bit of a gap at the side. I do have, hang on, let me take my glasses off. I can't see now because I take my glasses off. Yeah, see, if I get a bit closer, I don't know if that makes much difference. It's leaving a little bit of a gap at each side. I can pull it down a bit. That looks better. That looks much better. Bloody hell, I can't breathe. It's still not steaming my glasses up, so there must be a gap somewhere that's letting the air in. But yeah, I'll either wear this. That'd be perfect to go and see Empire Strikes Back. See, that's leaving a gap there. And I got the size for fat face. So I got the right size. So maybe I might have to get a smaller one. Or just use the one that I've already got. The existing one that I've already got. I was actually looking for one that's got a face hugger on it. And I did actually find one, but it was one of those bandana ones that go right down there around your neck and everything. Yeah, so I would wear a mask into the cinema, and then as soon as I sit down, I can take it off, and then put the mask straight back on again before I leave. Blue Water, you have to book online, probably the same with most cinemas. And you can also book your seat, obviously, £5, and you can book like your drink and you can book your popcorn. I suppose they give you, I don't know if you have a ticket or something, or you have to collect it. I don't think there's any tickets to get into the cinema. I think it's all on the phone, and they probably scan your barcode. So, well, I'll let you know in a couple of days. Shame about women in RoboCop 2 passing away. Oh, who was that then? Not that I've seen RoboCop 2 that often. I am excited for the season 10 finale. I keep reading little bits and pieces here and there, but I take it they're going to just show the finale, then they're going to go straight into the next series. and we won't have to wait. The original Thing was released in 1951 and it's called The Thing from Another World. Oh, I know that title, yes. That's the same film, okay. Or the same, yeah. A slow burner, and to be honest, it isn't as great as Carpenter's, but it's quite good. Hello, Russell. Couldn't they just open a lot of drive-in cinemas in America just to get the films released? Social distancing could be maintained. I suppose it could. I mean, they've got more drive-through cinemas in America than they have over here. Who's your favourite Goonies character? You guys! Oh, I actually like the mean old mum of Robert Davey, you know, the brothers and the mum. She makes me laugh. Did you see the Sherlock Holmes Robert Downey Jr. 4K steelbooks? I did, but I don't really think I'm going to go for them. I much prefer the artwork on the standard Amaray 4Ks. What's the scariest horror film you saw as a kid? Mine was The Evil Dead. Nightmares. Mine was Salem's Lot. Now, I don't remember much about it apart from I was laying there on the sofa. I must have been about 10, laying there on the sofa, and all of a sudden this massive white or blue face popped up on the screen, and I left the sofa and landed on the floor. Yes. That's the one big scary thing I remember about watching a film when I was young. What do you going to get tomorrow? I don't know. Like I said, I may get the Fanatic. There's nothing out on Blu-ray, apart from maybe a few Arrow releases or network releases here and there. There's no titles whatsoever. So I think it's going to be slim pickings. I'm going to have a look in the bargain bin in HMV. Maybe there'll be something that I might see in the sale or something. What shelves are the Muppets 6-movie collection and Saving Mr. Banks on? The Muppets collection is right up on the top, so it's the last shelf. It's actually like probably about the third to last Blu-ray that's actually on the top shelf. Mr. Banks, because that's moved around actually. Saving Mr. Banks. Oh, there it is. 15. I think that's shelf 15, which should be the next shelf. I know Mark Hamill hasn't played the Joker in a live-action film, but for me, he is my favourite Joker. Okay. Are you going to watch the virtual Comic-Con? I probably will. I don't know if I'll watch it live, because even after they've had the usual Comic-Con, I still watch the videos, the panels, and the tour of, you know, like the collector's room and things like that on a playback on YouTube. So I will watch various panels and things like that. Here had a shocking fish and chip dinner. Oh, why was it shocking? What was the matter with it? Was the fish still alive? Where's Jamie and Kate? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Jamie's at work. I don't know. Ben Spears, hello. Good evening, Cobra. I actually don't watch WWE, no. Top five favourite actresses. Oh, I did that last week or the week before. I can only really think of like 2. But that might be worth something for a ranking. Both actors and actresses. Or they both like to be known as actors now, don't they? Will you ever do a video about your top 10 favourite directors or top 10 favourite actors? There you go. My ranking of favourite actors. Have you ever seen the movie Neds? I have not. Have you ever seen the movie? Oh, I've repeated myself there. What's your honest opinion on Nicolas Cage? He's nuts. Yes. I like him. I like him. Even though he churns out a hell of a lot of crap. Obviously, he's got to get his money, hasn't he? You know, he's got to get paid, even if it's crap that he goes for. But occasionally he churns out a few good ones. Like The Colour Out of Space was really good. And I did enjoy that film. But for me, you know, it's got to be like Con Air and Face Off and Knowing. I loved Knowing. That's a fantastic film. He's done a lot of great films. The Rock, absolutely fantastic. So he's actually been in more of my favourite films than you'd think. Even though I moan about him from time to time. If you are planning on a horror ranking, I would recommend Frailty with Bill Paxton. Okay. The Conjuring. I've got The Conjuring. Yeah, so I might have to watch a couple of horror films before I do the ranking then. I'm just not going to include Insidious. Night of the Creeps, Brain Damage, and Silver Bullet. Did you buy anything from the Arrow sale on iTunes? Not on iTunes, no. I bought my physical releases. Do you read Empire and Total Film? I don't tend to buy Empire. No, I tend to go for Total Film. If there's like a collector's edition of Empire, I probably will. Or if it's got Daisy Ridley on the cover. Have you bought anything recently on iTunes? I did buy a couple of things a couple of weeks ago. Apple pie, cheesecake, or fruitcake? Definitely apple pie. Opinion on Avenue Q? Never seen it. One has to go. Princess Leia, Padme Amidala, or Rey? Amidala. Last night I discovered that I was Avengers Endgame at 24 minutes in the final battle. That's nice. Good morning, Mr. Fulton. Tomorrow is my 21st birthday. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Hope you have a really good one. Oh, we have someone called Cat Meow. Hello, Paulie. What do you mean, what job did you do? What do you mean, did? I still bloody do a job. Well, I haven't been to work since February, but I still got the job. Have you ever seen Confessions of a Window Cleaner? I've seen a window cleaner. He just didn't confess. Did you hear about the Glee actress who passed away? Yes, I did. Very sad. Ever meet anyone famous? Only maybe at Star Trek conventions. I used to go to some big Star Trek conventions in London. So I've met Patrick Stewart, William Shatner, Jonathan Frakes, Walter Koenig, Marina Sirtis, Alexander Siddig. So a lot of Star Trek actors. Oh yeah, and I actually had a drink at the bar with Jeremy Renner. Yeah, when he was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is way before he was famous. Oh God, it's got to be like maybe very early 90s, maybe like 90 or 91, something like that. When it was about mid-season in Buffy, he played like second vampire on the left. And they had some cast members at a convention at the Heathrow International Hotel, and he was there as a guest. And I was on my way back to my room, and I thought, oh, I'm a bit thirsty. I want a drink, so I went to the bar, and he was sitting there. So I had a nice old chat with him. Really nice bloke. Really nice bloke. Yeah, we had a bit of a laugh. With that mask, you look like that fella from the Human Centipede. Oh God, at least I'm not going to stick my head up someone's arse. Hopefully, anyway. Your mask is upside down. Oh, don't say that. Shark Geek. Oh, yes, I remember you. No, it wasn't upside down. No, it wasn't upside down. It's probably the video because it's live. Everything all gets revert. No, it wasn't upside down. Favourite cartoon? South Park. Can you give a shout out to my cats? Hello, Luca and Miss Kitty. Meow, meow. Oh, God, that's going to be a meme, isn't it? Robert Morris, hello. Can I ask why you're so vulnerable? I'm always vulnerable. Actually, I thought I was extreme risk having a pulmonary embolism, blood clot on the lungs, and as it said on my discharge notice from the hospital, I think he said certain death. He didn't say certain death, but it said severe risk. That life threatening. That's what it said. And I had these blood clot busters, and I think it's partly that, but I think partly maybe diabetes as well. I don't know if I still am diabetic actually, because April last year, I was classed as pre-diabetic, kind of on the fence. So I don't know. I haven't been back because of the pandemic. So I was due to go back in April. So I actually really don't know. My doctor sent a letter to say that I was at moderate risk. So make whatever you want of that. What are your guilty pleasure movies? Oh, my guilty pleasure movies are a dumb Hollywood blockbusters where you don't need your brain. Like Armageddon, Independence Day, Godzilla, you know, the American Godzilla, and just dumb stuff like that. What's the last film you bought? You'll have to watch my subscriber mail and mail unboxings on the video later on. That's got my last Blu-rays that I bought. Ghostbuster 2 out summer of 89. We got it in UK at Christmas. 6 months. Also, if I remember rightly, even though Star Wars came out in 77, it never did in the UK. I believe Star Wars came out in 78 in the UK. So yeah, we had a bit of a wait. Haribo, hello. I see the third SpongeBob movie has been acquired by Netflix. Due for release now in 2021. There is a 3D version available. This will probably end up on Sky Store, very possibly, as Paramount have discontinued Blu-ray 3D. Have they continued 3D Blu-rays in the UK? Not that we get many, actually. I think we mainly get Disney ones, don't we? Hang on a minute. Let's just test the theory, because everybody's saying that the mask was ran the wrong way. Right. That is the right way up. I believe that's how I had it. That is the right way up. Because there's his breathing apparatus there, and his nose there, and his cheekbone things. So that's the right way up. So if I did have it upside down earlier on, I'm a dunce. If I didn't have it upside down earlier on, it's the YouTube crap messing about. Dan Barker. Good evening. I just discovered this app called TV Time. You would love it. You can add people, share what you're watching at the minute and where you are. I don't know if I want people to know where I am. I'm at home. Are you a fan of artificial eye movies? Not particularly. I don't think I've got any. Are you worried your pop collection will become an obsession? No. I used to have one Now I have 15. Is that all? I don't like their black eyes, but they're well done and cheap. No, I'm definitely not going to make it an obsession because otherwise it's just going to take over my life. So I'm just buying the ones that I want. Favourite Predator film? Predator. I recommend getting Mr. Vampire on Eureka. It's a crazy horror comedy that I grew up and I can't wait for it to finally come on Blu-ray. Okay. Do you like reality shows? I do. I like Love Island. Get over it. Go on. Get over it. I like Love Island. I like The Jungle. Not eating the shit that they eat though. Gogglebox is one of my favourites. And I'm currently watching things like American Idol. Well, not American Idol, America's Got Talent. So yeah, I do like reality shows. I don't like all the stuff that Lou and Claire like. Made in Chelsea and Real Housewives of Who Gives a Flying. I don't go in for those. Happy Lockdown Sunday. Now we're not in lockdown anymore. That was from Bobby. Bobby. Do you watch Doctor Who? And if you have, what's your favourite Doctor? Of the whole batch, I think of this current batch, since we started with Eccleston, probably my favourite is probably Matt Smith, although David Tennant gave it a great run. I think my favourite Doctor of all time is Tom Baker, because I grew up with that era. Peter Capaldi was not bad. I've kind of like completely phased out of Doctor Who now. I didn't want it to happen, but these last two series, I've really just not been bothered to watch. And I'm sure it's nothing to do with the fact that Jodie Whittaker is now the Doctor. I don't know, it's something about the writing. It's just not grabbing me. Oh. Favourite Tom Cruise film? Mine is My 5. Mission Impossible 5. 5? Oh, okay. My favourite Tom Cruise movie? I really like War of the Worlds. Or it could be the last Mission Impossible. That was a bloody good film. And I hope the next two Mission Impossible films are up to that caliber. The original Wonder Woman TV show is getting released on Blu-ray. Really? Holy crap. That was one of my favourites growing up as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, and The $6 Million Man. And one show that I have never seen since its original airing. And I really must see if it's available. BJ and the Bear. Yes. A bloke, I think, with a chimpanzee and a big red lorry. I love that show. Going back to in 2005 next week, watching War of the Worlds, Batman Begins, and King of Kong, all on 4K. Need to buy myself Harry Potter movies on 4K. I can add the Goblet of Fire to the 2005 throwback. Ooh. I have decided to revamp my YouTube channel. I'm looking to be reviewing more movies and be doing actor weeks where I pick a few films by a Pacific actor or specific actor. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. That sounds good. Yes, Warcraft 4K for £2.79. You can't get any cheaper than that. I'm sure you probably can somewhere. Did a Poundland trip in the Sittingbourne store. Yes, so did I last week. Not last week, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Hardly any Blu-rays, but they had a movable shelf unit with DVDs below both sides. It's the same old shit. CX was good though. They had quite a bit of stuff. Sector Alpha Zero, hello. In theory, if you went to see Avengers Endgame last year and someone burst in the screen or the lobby and screamed a certain male character death at the end, how would you react? Kick them in the nuts, basically. The reason why Nicolas Cage makes so many films, he's got into a lot of debt a few years back. Maybe, yeah. You haven't been to work since February. That is correct. Thankfully, I'm getting paid for it, though. Get your ass back to work. Here's the situation. Hang on, let me have a swipe of tea before it gets cold. Here's the situation. My last work day was, I think it was the Friday, the 21st of February. Halfway through the morning, I get called by my brother to ask me to go to the hospital because Mum's had a bad night. So I get there waiting, and that was the day that Mum died. So from then I got compassionate leave from the 21st of February. The 5th or 6th of March, I can't remember the day I almost died. It was either the 5th, I think it was the 5th of March. I had a pulmonary embolism and collapsed in the street, and I was taken to the hospital and had to spend 10 days. So obviously I was on sick leave. Then the world went to shit. And then I got put on furlough. So I've been on furlough ever since. I was actually texting my boss a couple of days ago to see how things were. Because of what happened to me, not just maybe because of diabetes, but because of what happened with the hospital and my lungs and that, I'm considered the last person to return. Some people have already returned to the office. I think they have to make arrangements with how people are going to be seated, how they're going to do breaks in the rooms. Because when we have our breaks, sometimes there's 2 or 3 people in the same room, especially lunch breaks as well. So they've got to work out how it's all going to work. But he did send me a text and ask me if I'm okay to come back to work either August or September. I'm hoping it's going to be sometime in August because I believe after then I think the furlough goes down to 60%. Unfortunately, my office are not topping it up to the 100%. They started to when the government were paying 80%. They were paying the extra 20, so I was getting full pay. For sitting at home watching movies, which is not bad. I'm chilling out. But then I got an email from them saying because they're not getting the business, they can't really afford to pay that extra money. But I don't want it to go down to 60% because, yeah, that's not going to be good. So I'm hoping to get back before that kicks in. And I work in an office, by the way, so it's typing up paperwork onto a computer and answering the phone. And according to my buddy at work, nothing's changed. They've still been just as busy all through the pandemic. The Grand Tour. Have you ever seen Dexter? Yes, I did. I used to watch that with Mama Bowman. Lulu used to watch it as well. Loved it. Fantastic show. What do you think of the actress Sally Field? How many of her movies have you seen? Cannonball Run, Forrest Gump. That's probably it. It's probably I've only seen 2. Unless you can give me an idea of what other ones she's been in, and I might have seen them. They're the only 2 that come to mind at the moment. Do you know that I am in John Wick 3? Are you really? In the library, 24 minutes last night, and I have a great dinner with Scarlett Johansson. That's very nice. She wants me to marry. What? Okay. Have you ever played the bongos? I have not. Johnny Depp in Tesco's. He was buying Pringles, really? He's going to throw them at Amber Heard. Take that, you slut. Do you have a girlfriend or a wife? I've got both. Yes. I actually have. So Lulu's my wife and Claire's my bit on the side. That's been a running joke for a long few years. Oh, it was so funny when my brother. Oh, where is it? I think my mum and dad's 50th, might have been 40th or 50th anniversary. We was in a restaurant here in Dover, and my brother was there, and his wife at the time, Teresa. And it was the first time I'd invited Lou and Claire to the dinner. And they didn't really know who Claire was at the time. And I can't quite remember how the dialogue went, but oh, I think it was Lynn, our lady Lynn, that you knew my mum up the road. She said to Lou, "So how do you know Paul?" And she said, "Oh, I'm his wife, and Claire's his bit on the side." It was something along those lines. And then Lou turned to Martin and said, "I bet you thought you was the handsome one." That's so funny. You had to be there. Paul is married to Daisy Ridley. Bloody hell, if only. Hi Paul, sorry I haven't been watching your vids lately. I've gotten back on track with watching them. Oh, well, there you go. You got loads to catch up on. What? Does it occur to you people watching might be shitting? Ew. 4K for £1. Yeah, been there, done that. Got a t-shirt as well. Oh no, Shark Geek, your grandma's funeral is next Monday. Oh dear. Well, I hope everything goes okay. Brad, looking forward to see what Arrow videos, Blu-rays you've picked up in the sale. I've already showed them in the unboxings from the last 2 weeks, so you might get an idea. But I will do the end of the month Blu-ray as well with what I've picked up this month. I'm reading Carrie Fisher's The Princess Diaries at the moment. Recommend it to you. Warren Beatty asked to see her with and without her bra. That's nice. Have you checked that Watch Mojo Best Worst A to Z? No, I actually haven't. I think they are well worth a reaction movie on each of the lists. Yes, I really must have a look at that. I've still got the link, so I'll check that out. I've got nothing later to do later on tonight, so I'll check that out. Update on Harley Quinn. Still getting through it. Episode 7, I think I'm on. I do kind of like one every couple of nights. What was the last one? I'm trying to remember what happened in the last one. I think the Joker was back. Yeah, that's my trouble. After I've seen something after a couple of days, I can't remember what it was about. I'm terrible. Bye, Stephen. Hello, David. When do you think Disney Plus will have a good film? Good original film, you mean? Don't know. No idea. They've had a few good ones. Atmos Fowl. I think I'm the only person that actually liked that film. I liked Togo, the dog, with Willem Dafoe. Can't wait to the end of October till we get Wonder Woman, hopefully. Empros, hello. Actress Julia Sawala has slated Bristol-based Ardent Animations for dropping her from the sequel to Chicken Run, the film in which she played the lead role, and she was told she is too old now. I don't know, your voice doesn't change that much. Surely she can still do it. When are you doing your iTunes collection on your Apple TV? You haven't done that for at least a month. I think it's 2 months. And what happened with your Alexa ship? You haven't done that either. I've got that all compiled and listed. I'm going to be recording that in the next couple, 2 days, 2 or 3 days. So that should be up hopefully Wednesday or Thursday. Harry, hello. Oh, Mrs. Doubtfire, of course. Lincoln, yes, I've seen Mrs. Doubtfire. I've seen Lincoln. Yes. Opinion on Corrie? Not really, I don't watch it. Opinion on The Simpsons? I don't watch it. In all my time, in all my days on this planet, I've never seen a single episode of The Simpsons. It's true. I don't know how you still live with your dad. I would kill mine if I still live with him. Why? Why? What movies do you like to watch when you're down in the dumps? Joker. That really would take you over the top. Kind of something a bit jolly. Kind of like The In-Betweeners, maybe. I mean, Independence Day would always perk me up. But I think I have to watch something, even if it's not on disc, if it's on telly, I have to watch something along the lines of maybe The In-Betweeners or Little Britain, something like that. It's enough to make anybody laugh. Not me. I saw Billy Zane and Kelly Brook in Penge McDonald's eating Big Macs. Wow. Opinion on Friends or The Big Bang? Friends, loved it. Big Bang Theory, never seen it. Have you got the steelbook for Walking Dead Season 9? Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I bought it ages ago. Have you watched Gods of Egypt? I have, and it's not as bad as people make out. And it's even better in 3D. I'm going to have my banana. Yes, I've got my banana. Look, that is a bloody whopper. I'd give it to Lou, but I know what she would do with it. Oh, I do like a nice banana. Oh, trouble is, still have my bloody hands now. I'm going to transfer the residue to my iPad. I like the fact that we tell each other that we found a new person on YouTube, like how you watch John Campion or Campier. Yeah, I actually really like him. I'm looking forward to the one and only Ivan, now coming Disney Plus next month. I'll wait for the reviews. Richard DVD Bomba. Have you been back to the cinema? Not yet. Hopefully this week, though. No iTunes. It's shit. Why would he need it when he has it all on Blu-ray? Everything that I've got on iTunes, have I got on Blue? I pretty much have. I think I've got most of them on iTunes for easeability. Like if I'm downstairs and I don't want to have to come up here if it's late at night and I want to watch something, I can just click it on iTunes and watch it on the Apple TV. I watch. Don't talk with your mouth full. That's what I keep telling Lou. I've got Rogue One on 3D and Blu-ray, but I watched it on Disney Plus earlier on. So I watched the streaming. The streaming quality was superb. Superb 4K. So I'm looking forward to the disc. Can you please ask me a question on my most recent video? If you can, it would really help me out so that then I could make a Q&A. What you want me to ask you? In my opinion, there is no point doing a Chicken Run 2 as they got rid of Mel Gibson. Well, they've got to have Mel Gibson in Chicken Run 2. You can't do Chicken Run without Mel Gibson. Have you ever seen Man of Steel? I have. Opinion on the King of Queens? Never seen it. That banana is almost as big as the banana in your trousers, Paulie. Not quite. Oh dear. Yes, it is good to live with your dad. I've always loved living with my mum and dad. We have a great relationship. Are you going to pick up Ponyo and Princess Monopoly? I'm going to call her that. I'm going to call her Princess Monopoly. On Blu-ray HMV, considering that they have the 2 for 20. Oh, they have 2 for 25, do they? Oh, I must have a look at that then. If they've got them for 2 for 25 and they've got slip covers, that might be good. They've got to have slip covers. Have you seen The Last Witch Hunter? Is that the one with Vin Diesel? If it is, I haven't, but I've got it. Opinion on The Haunting of Hill House. Is that the TV series? Because I watched the first episode and I haven't seen any more. I met Jackie Chan in Planet Hollywood. I also recommend Mr. Vampire Movie. We're going to get a new Hulk movie with Mark Ruffalo at some point. It was announced. We should have a new phase, whatever, standalone Hulk movie with Mark Ruffalo, yeah. Do you ever watch foreign films, world cinema movies, the ones which come subtitled and spoken in their native language? Like bollocks. I am starting to now, like Parasite. I've seen Parasite. Train to Busan. I'm hoping to see in the next couple of days. And I watched Dothboot. That was all subtitled. Well, 98% of it subtitled. I'm seeing more. Why did you have for dinner? Because I did. Best 4K releases this year so far. Best 4K. Jaws. I'm still waiting for my booklet for Jaws. God knows how long that's going to take. Can't say Star Wars because we haven't got them yet. I haven't tried out Top Gun yet, so I don't know what that one's like. 1917 was a good transfer. When I went to HMV the last week, I bought Taxi Driver on DVD. I didn't even look at the Blu-rays. What a do! It was only £7 on Amazon on Blu-ray when I got home and checked. Oh dear. You paid more for it on DVD? They can't charge more than £7 for a DVD of Taxi Driver, surely. Don't call me Shirley. Requiem for a Dream, 21 Jump Street and Whiplash are getting 4K releases. Do you know there is no Blu-ray or DVD releases for The Art of Driving in the Rain starring Amanda Seyfried, but you can buy it on digital? Oh, I did not know that. I bet you could probably buy a Blu-ray and import it though. Margot Robbie or Gal Gadot? I would go with Margot Robbie. But if we're talking about Gal Gadot in Wonder Woman, probably. World War Hulk. Have you seen The Witcher? I haven't yet, but I would like to see it in the near future, as I have heard it's quite good. Yes, I'm looking forward to watching that. I need to watch that. I need to watch C with Jason Momoa. There's a new one with Kathleen Langford that's just started on Netflix. I need to watch that. Kind of looks King Arthurish kind of thing. The one I'm currently watching at the moment is the M. Night Shyamalan one with the baby. On Apple. What is it called? Tell me what it's called. I can't bloody remember. I only saw an episode last night. The one where Rupert Grint's in it. Don't go Benidorm. They're back in lockdown. Spain, I think. Best sticking to movies. Hello, Christopher Gruelberger. What did I have for dinner? I had turkey breast. I had a nice turkey breast with some roast and boiled potatoes and carrots, gravy and all that kind of stuff. Well, Sunday you got to have a roast, didn't you? Favourite rock band? Mine are Huey Lewis, Tom Petty, the Bare Naked Ladies, Eels and Rem. Who's Eels and Rem? My favourites are Queen, Status Quo, Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, and so on. Just to let everyone know, on my last video, my HMV shopping video, I'm giving away the digital codes for the Strike TV show that J.K. Rowling did. If anyone wants to hold up this 3 of them. Have you ever seen Black and Blue? No. When did you start collection Blu-rays and what was your first? I started after watching Terminator 2. When did I start? I started just before DVD came out. About 1995, 94 or 95, I collected Laserdiscs. Can't remember what the first one I bought though. One must go. Empire Strikes Back or all of the Marvel Avengers movies? Yeah, all of the Avengers movies. Sorry, you can't touch Empire. When you're in HMV tomorrow and hopefully looking at the Studio Ghiblis, oh, I'm getting a little bit Ghibli. Take a look at the Ghibli steelbooks and see if they are worth buying. Do they actually have the steelbooks in HMV? They're not like Zavvi exclusives or anything. Don't know if I've ever seen any Ghibli steelbooks. I'll have to have a look. If you liked Thor 3, it's basically that Hulk storyline. Thor Thor Ragnarok. That was the best Thor. Back to the Future trilogy 4K to be announced soon. I think it'll be getting a release in time for Christmas. Oh, hopefully. Probably released on October the 25th, probably. Servant, that's it. Why can't I think of that? Servant. Yeah. I've only got a couple of episodes left of Servant, but it's pretty good. The new show with Kathleen Langford is okay. Fantastic cinematography, but the editing and dialogue is pretty naff. Oh dear me. Stargirl has been good. So far the villains are stealing the show. Hopefully it will come over to the UK at one time. I saw Jason Statham in the Sydenham Superdrugs buying Lynx Africa. Wildcard is on Channel 5 tomorrow. Set your recorders. You don't get a black case though. Do you hear fan on your projector when you watch a film, and do you feel heat of the bulb? You can hear the projector. The projector is literally up here above my head. I've got a shelf, then it's up here. You can hear it. It's not that loud because I've got it on eco. But when I've got the volume up, you can't hear it. And I don't get the heat from here. The heat comes out of the side of it. But if the window's closed or if it's a warm day, you can feel the temperature rise. I can feel the temperature rising. I've actually met Warwick Davis, and I've also met Alan Davies, and I've also met Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Carr. Outside the lift. Also Jim Davison when he threatened to put me in a boot of a taxi. Did he really threaten you? Oh my God. Favourite Wes Anderson film? I really haven't seen any of his. I haven't even. Is it the Fantastic Mr. Fox? I think that's one of his, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen Wes Anderson films. Have you watched American Psycho yet? Nope. We need another Twister movie, modernised. On your last Blu-ray hunt vid, I caught a glimpse of a Ghibli steelbook. Oh, okay. That would have been HMV Blue Water, which that's not where I'm going tomorrow. But I'll have a look in the one I'm going to tomorrow. For another video idea, how about make a list of your favourite movies from birth year to the present year? Bloody hell. That's a lot of films. Can you let me know what's new in a panel Poundland tomorrow? Well, yeah, watch the video and then you'll see. I'm starting to collect A4 movie posters. Is there a movie website where I can buy them from? I'm using eBay. Yeah, I buy my A3 ones from eBay. I wondered if there's a better website because I can't find a TED poster. I don't know. I've only used eBay. One must go. Tom Cruise in his movies or Keanu Reeves in his movies? Tom Cruise. Because we have to be left with Bill and Ted, The Matrix, and John Wick. We can't be without those movies. What's better, Eric Banner's Hulk or The Incredible Hulk? Yeah, Edward Norton's, definitely. Opinion on pantomime? Haven't been in years. I don't know. I don't think we'll get any pantomimes this year. I think they've all pretty much been cancelled. Do you think the 4K Back to the Future trilogy will have the original or edited versions? Hopefully the original. My favourite actor is Harrison Ford. I have got a Lethal Weapon 1 and 3 poster, all the Harry Potter posters and a Skyfall poster, all stuck on my ceiling. I'm hoping to create some sort of movie collage, I think that is, with all the A4 posters. Like a bedspread sort of thing. That's quite cool. By Studio Ghibli Movies, Laputa, Howl's Moving Castle, and The Cat Returns. I don't think I've heard of that one. Since HMV changed ownership, the prices have gone up. I like the 5 Blu-rays for 30 quid. Now they're $7.99 each. I think they did like 3 for 21 at one point, didn't they? I bought a 50-inch 4K TV for 300. Seems too good to be true. Reckon there's a catch. I don't know. They've come down quite a bit. For a 50-inch, I think you can get them for 300 to 400. I did see an LG QLED 50-inch for about £479 a couple of weeks ago. And that was that Curry's? I think it might have been Curry's. Or AO. AO. Fright Fest is going virtual this year. Do you think you might watch any of the films? Probably not. I've never watched anything Fright Fest. If the Snyder cut of Justice League is successful, hopefully they will do a new cut of Suicide Squad. I'm perfectly happy with Suicide Squad as it is. Thank you very much. When was the last time you bought a Blu-ray from Poundland? When they didn't have shit. I've heard there are probably a wild card. Probably a wild card about a couple of weeks ago. I have heard there are talks of Tron 3 or possible a Tron series. I think probably a series will be better. I've met Sylvester Stallone twice with an evening with. Cost £500 for a photo. Jesus. I think also they were doing Arnie and Mel Gibson as well at one point. You have to dress up in a tuxedo and all that kind of shit, I think, don't you? Have you seen the show on Netflix, Space Force with Steve Carell? Yes, I did. I only watched maybe 4 episodes. I actually didn't think it was funny. Yeah, it did make me laugh and kind of lost interest. It's the same with the one with Hugh Laurie. That kind of wasn't funny either. Did you get your home cinema magazine? Nope. They advertised it on their website that the August issue is out, but I haven't had my subscription issue and it's not in WH Smith's yet. Did you know the government has stopped giving the daily death figures as they are massively overblown? Well, here's the thing. The figures are all over the place anyway. Because, say for instance, you find out that you've got the coronavirus and you go to the top of a cliff and you jump off, suicide, and kill yourself. It's not classed as suicide. It's classed as a COVID-19 death. So, yes, whatever you've got, anybody that dies have got heart conditions, heart attack, it's just going to be a COVID-19 death. So that's why the figures are probably way higher than they should be. They are all over the place, really. Who is Ben Affleck better as, Daredevil or Batman? Definitely Batman. It's been an hour and a half and none of the pals have showed up. I know, what is going on? Do you have the Harrison Ford movie Witness on Blu-ray? I do not. That is one that I actually don't have. If you have to wear a face mask in cinemas, would you go? Well, you got to wear a face mask in cinemas. You don't have to wear it for the film. You know, you wear it going into the cinema until you sit down, and then you can take it off, and then you put it back on when you leave. You don't have to watch it. You wear it all the way through the film. Otherwise, how are you going to stuff your face full of popcorn? Yep, Norton Productions. Also heard they may do a remake of Twister. No, we don't need another tornado film. Favourite comic strip? Mr. Jolly Lives Next Door. Since I missed out on the Zavvi exclusives, is it worth just buying the normal Star Wars steelbooks from Amazon? I don't know. Spirited Away is the only anime to win the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature, and as of right now, the only foreign language film to win that award before getting an English dub. Oh, here he is! Talk of the devil! Oh, Baldy's turned up. What? You was watching The Exorcist 3? Okay. Also known as the Magic Roundabout. Oh, okay. Have you seen Ninja Turtles yet? I had a turtle this morning, but you don't really want to know about that. Galaxy Quest did Star Trek parody best 20 years ago. Yes, definitely. Have you finished Pennyworth yet? Not yet. I'm on episode 4. Exorcist 3. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. I've never even seen The Exorcist 1. Let alone number 2. Is Kermit here as well? Have I missed Kermit coming in the room? Have you watched any of the J.J. Abrams Star Trek films in 4K yet? I actually haven't. I normally watch the last 2 in 3D. Into Darkness works best in 3D. And also the big battle scene at the beginning of the 3rd film is really fantastic in 3D. No, I haven't seen them in 4K yet. I'm going to finish my banana, 'cause I've only got a little bit left. Ew, so manky. The good news for the Blu-ray hunt tomorrow is Tesco's restaurant is open. Trouble is, I don't know what to have if I stop off at one. I probably think I may not, because I want my pancakes tomorrow. McDonald's pancakes, yes. I haven't had McDonald's pancakes since probably last year. I'm sure I haven't had any before February this year. And I'm just missing some pancakes. Lou teased me when I told her about McDonald's have started their breakfasts. She sent me a photograph of her eating pancakes. Cow. So I might grab some pancakes from McDonald's in Folkestone on the way to Blu-ray hunting tomorrow. But it's nice Tesco's have now opened up their restaurants so that I can get a jacket spud if I want, and a cappuccino, and go and have a moan at them because they haven't got fish and chips. You excited for The Mandalorian Season 2? Oh, yes, can't wait. Planning on watching them soon, have got them, need to check them out. That's nice. What do you think about Elvis Presley's grandson, only 27 years old? I know. What did he do, though? Did he do anything? Was he famous for anything? Was he a musician as well? I don't know. Will you be buying the 4Ks of Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes? I will. I think if you buy them on the Warner Brothers website, you can get 2 for $35. So they work out at what, £17.50 each? Criterion are releasing The Elephant Man soon. Oh, we've already got an Elephant Man over here, though, haven't we? It's already been released. Heard the HDR on Into Darkness is very good, especially the opening scene on that foreign planet with all those popping reds and that. Fantastic. When are Lulu and Claire going to take you shopping for a new shirt? 20 years? I'll probably give the shirts another 10 years yet. John Travolta's wife, only 57, I know. What is your favourite Blu-ray? My favourite Blu-ray of all time. Do I have an absolute favourite Blu-ray that I love above everything else? It's hard to decide. I've got so many. I don't know. Probably one of me Blue fans. Probably one of me Blue fans ones. Your opinion on The Falcon and the Winter Soldier not being released on Disney in August? It was probably feasible that something like that was going to happen, so I believe we'll have to wait. I think the other one's coming before that now, though, anyway. I'm going to Tenby tomorrow, a seaside town in West Wales. I'll go on a small Blu-ray hunt. Oh, very nice. Are you going to Toby Maguire's Carvery? Toby Maguire's Oh, Toby Carvery. Not at the moment. We might do that. Me and my dad were talking about that actually next week, maybe doing a breakfast. At the moment with Toby Carvery, you have to book. You can't just turn up, and you can't get your own things at the carvery. So you can't help yourself to potatoes, vegetables. The chef has to do it for you, so it kind of takes the fun away from a carvery. But you can go back for as many times as you want. So we might leave it a little time, a little week or two before going to the carvery, just so that all the craziness is gone. I've been watching all of the Carry On films during lockdown, including Carry On Columbus. What's your favourite 4K transfer? The Revenant is a really good transfer. I was also really surprised with Independence Day as well, the first film. Paul, have you been to a JD Wetherspoon's pub? No, I haven't. We have one actually. I think it's called the Eight Bells. We have one in Dover, but I've never really needed to go in there. I go on holiday to Tenby every year around this time, but I'm not this year because everything in Wales is shut and the weather is bad. But I am going next. Well, you hope you're going next year, unless we have round 2. Ding ding. The days of helping yourself to buffet food over and over again are finished. Well, for the time being, anyway. It's not worth the money going to restaurants now. I'm sure we'll be back to normal, hopefully, soon. But God, I don't know what the problem with that though is helping yourself to food. I know they put spoons in each dish, so everybody is touching the spoons. What they could do, they could just put one spoon on each person's table and you take that spoon with you. But then they're probably talking about cross-contamination. The spoon goes in one dish, then you dish something else from another. It's all going in your gob. It don't really matter, does it? The weather's been lovely the last week here in Tenby. It's been really nice down here, apart from today. Who is your celebrity crush? Daisy, Daisy, do. If they did a Stan Lee a Stanley Lee. If they did a Stanley biopic, who would play him? Oh, who could play Stan Lee? They would have to probably, well, it would have to be probably several actors, I should imagine. Or they could just CGI him like they did with Moff Tarkin and Princess Leia. That'd probably be the best thing. Do you think you'll go to any film studios, theme parks in America again, or Euro Disney in the future? Not at the moment, there's no plans to, but I hope to go back to Euro Disney. It hasn't been called Euro Disney in about 20 years. I hope to go back to Disneyland Paris with Lulu and Claire at some point. David Price, hello. Matt's going. Goodbye, Matthew. Yes, we'll be going in a minute as well. Did you have a favourite ride at Universal Studios? Back to the Future. Bloody brilliant. Fantastic. And the nice gentle E.T. ride as well. I love Twister, the experience of Twister as well. That was really good. Right, I think that's about it then. I think we are done for the chat for today. Oh, yes, we are. It's 6:15. The favourite of the Dark Knight trilogy is The Dark Knight, definitely. Are you a fan of classic TV show Auf Wiedersehen Pet? Yes, I am. That's one show that I need to watch again sometime. Fantastic. So, hope you enjoyed our little chat. We must do it again soon. Probably next Sunday. Yes, Blu-ray hunt will be up tomorrow. Hopefully not too late. And there'll be a video uploaded tonight, probably about 7 o'clock, which will be a subscriber and mail delivery video. So don't forget to look out for that for 7 o'clock. If I didn't get to anybody's questions, stick it down in the comments when the live replay is up. But thanks for popping along and watching me enjoy my banana and my lovely hot cup of tea, which is not hot now. Oh, God, it's cold. But I shall see you again very soon, people. Enjoy your week, and hopefully sometime this week we'll make some pickups. Bye!